Nika. Today we're just gonna do a get ready with me chit chat. I'm actually getting ready to go to work. The lighting's bad in here because I'm trying to figure out my new laptop. And yeah, I'm just doing it on my laptop. There's a lot of changes for the month of August for me, so I just felt like I should talk about those while I'm just getting ready. It's not really anything special. I was going to use my new Anastasia Beverly Hills World Travel Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. This is my new shit. I love this bitch. This is amazing. So if you have not got this and you have $30, I suggest you get it because it is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. The last few looks I have been doing was with that. So I'm just going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I haven't done anything matte in a minute. I haven't used it in a minute, so I haven't used my Monarch palette in a while either, so I need to rotate them. So, what's going on with me for the month of August is that I am a line holder. So instead of being on reserve, on call, I got forced into a line, meaning that all the senior people, there were so many senior people that bid down to a reserve. There were so many trips left over that they could create lines. And when I first got my line, it was utterly horrible. And nothing I wanted. I was like frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the worst month ever for me. Just for the simple fact that like all the trips were getting back either super late, and there were red eyes. The only time I'm willing to even do a red eyes if it's too wide. Well, coming back from Hawaii, we do red eyes. That's the only red eye I will sacrifice for. I really don't like doing red eyes for the simple fact that I just don't like being up all night. At work, it's funny because my boyfriend says I'm always up all night, and he doesn't understand why I don't work red eyes. But I honestly would just rather be up with passengers and doing stuff because I'll get really sleepy from being bored. And you know what? I'm not gonna use my shade light powder. I'm gonna just use this one to start it out. And yeah. But that's what's going on for the month of August. It's August. Oh my gosh, the year's almost over. My son is getting ready to start the second grade, and he is overly excited. I'm excited for him too because he's like, he's starting a new school. He just recently moved. Him and his dad recently moved to Houston, which is actually a lot easier for me to get to from Phoenix and from Dallas. It's just a flight away. It's a 2.5 hour flight from Phoenix, and then it's like a 30-minute flight from Dallas. So it makes life so much simpler. Now that he is in Houston, I'm so excited for his dad to start his new position coaching in Conroe. It's somewhere near Houston, a small little town near Houston. So I am excited for him. He's been trying to get out of East Texas for a while, and I know Dorian's excited to make new friends and stuff like that. So that's what's going on with my son. Last night we were on the phone for well over an hour because he just didn't want to get off the phone. We just sat up and talked on the phone, which is funny because a chunk of the hour he didn't even say anything. I was just like, "Who are you asleep? No, no, plane. It was so funny because I was like, I was like, I have to go to work. I have to get up and catch a flight for work. And he was like, oh, okay. It's like he gave no, it's going to be really bad, but he gave no fucks that I had to go to work. And he just wanted to get on the phone with me. But sometimes, you have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep. And it's funny because I thought I'd sleep on the plane back to Phoenix, but I was wide awake the entire flight playing freaking Looney Tunes Rush. But going back into what I was saying about work, I am going to be a line holder. I have 5 trips this month that total out to about a little bit, almost 87 hours. It's like 86 and some change. Let me get this brush. It's going to be interesting because I don't want to like super love it and then go back on reserve and then be sad. Because I know my hours, I know when I'll work and when I'll be at work. I can plan my life accordingly. It's just going to be so frustrating to like go back on reserve and not have that luxury of just being able to plan life and being on call or wondering if I'm going to work. Last month was really, really weird for me because I only worked about 36 hours, 37 hours without the trip I picked up. With the trip I picked up to Kona, I worked about 50 hours, and then, mind you, I still get paid for my 75. I just won't have a ton of per diem on this check, which is very frustrating because I need my per diem. But luckily I picked up, so that'll help substantially. And it's funny because everybody's like, oh, the reason why we got pushed into lines is because senior people thought we weren't working. And the months prior, you guys know, I work anywhere between 70 something to 80 something hours a month. So we were like, oh, this was an accident. No, this doesn't really happen. So senior people were like, whatever, I'm bidding down to reserve. And then come to find out, they're almost already out of reserve. And it's the second day of the month. And one of our other bases. So that's what's going on. I need to not deal with the frustrations of scheduling and wondering if I'm going anywhere or not going anywhere. My trips aren't the best trips, but I do have 2 trips home to Texas. I actually go home tonight. It's funny because I just came from there and now I'm going back there. But I can barbecue when I get home. They have barbecue and greens and all that stuff for dinner, so I'm really excited. As of what's going on with me, I've been lightweight, getting really frustrated with my weight. It's just not coming off the way it used to, and I don't know if it's from my Mirena or if it's from, the up and down of work. I don't know what it's from. But normally I would just be able to, work out, drink tons of water, and things would be okay. It'd still fluctuate, but I can get down to a feasible size. Now I'm just really worried about my health because sometimes I suffer from hypertension and I don't want to get so overweight where I'm on blood pressure medication all the time. So if you have any suggestions or anything, I've tried Herbalife. I'm not really good at shakes or anything. It's just, it doesn't work for me. I did lose weight, but whenever I get in the flow of working, it's not very, there I am, so you guys can see me. It's not very helpful to be trying to, especially with my job, it's not really helpful to be trying to blend shakes and do all that stuff at work. I don't want to really have to deal with all that. And like I was looking up certain vitamins to curb your appetite, but my appetite isn't crazy. It's just, I don't know what it is. And I'm not liking my eyes today. They look really dark. But I think it's just the fact that the lighting is bad on my camera right now. What else has been going on? Being a line holder is going to be very interesting for me because I'm so junior, and I know when I get there today, the two senior moms are going to be looking at me like, how'd you get this? And it's whatever, you know, it is what it is. Your homie didn't bid for the trip like she said she was, sorry. But it's okay. I have 4 days off after this trip. I need to pluck some fishes, but I don't have time for all that. And then I'm going to go down to Houston and get my little person. And we're going to go see Fantastic Four because I really want him to see that. See a positive view of a young African American man as a superhero. That he doesn't have to just be Iron Man or, you know, he's my little chocolate soldier. So I want him to know that he is loved in the world as much as everything that's going on in the world. I want him to know that he can be a superhero too. And if you don't like the fact that the Human Torch is black, oh well, doom on you. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't think they wanted to change it. I think it just wanted to make it look where kids across the board can understand and relate and go see it and, see themselves as a superhero. It's like Storm and X-Men. That's what I grew up on. It's like, oh, I want to be Storm. I still lightly want to be Storm. Like, I want gray hair. But, the way my job is set up, gray hair is not acceptable. And I just took my tape off and I didn't even do my eyeliner. I should tell you something. I am just like out of it right now. But he is excited. We're gonna do that. Support the movie. But I'm a big superhero movie buff. I would have went to see it regardless. It looks really cool. So, he was just like, I was like, did you go see Fantastic Four? It doesn't come out until the 7th, Mom. So I'm like, oh, excuse me. So, yeah, that is what's going on with me and him. Relationship-wise, I am in a wonderful place. I took him to work. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I was like, look who popped out of my luggage. And it was my boyfriend. So, it was funny. And my mom was like, yeah, we're in Hawaii. It's like, I told you I could take a trip to Hawaii, Mom. And she was like, oh, yeah, you did. But we had a really good time. We only were there for like 32 hours, but we made like the total best of it. He really enjoyed it. He went parasailing. I stayed my butt on the boat. My ass was not going. It's funny. I fly, and everybody's like, oh, well, you're a flight attendant. You should be okay with parasailing. No. That's totally different. I don't see the ground or the ocean or anything in between. Whenever I'm at work, all I see is the floor of the plane. I don't see crap. I'm not trying to see. I just can't. I have a really, really big fear of falling. And it's funny, everybody's like, it's a fear of heights. And I was like, no, it's really a fear of falling. I don't know why. It's just crazy to me that I have that fear. And John is utterly hilarious. He also makes all these vegan time, which is not funny. Just can't find my other two mascaras, which is no bueno because they're my favorite. There's one. And what is that? Okay, that is place something. Sorry guys, ugly eyeliner face. I just can't talk and do that at the same time. It's weird to me. I got my other mascara. Yay. These are like my go-tos. It's the Tarte Light Camera Lashes, and then the it's actually from Ulta. It's called Amped Lashes Volume and Defining Mascara. These brushes give my, I have long lashes already. They just give me that extra oomph to my lashes. On Instagram, I posted a picture of my lashes, and I was like, oh my god, my lashes are ridiculously long. But they are. My brother's are 10 times longer than mine. How boys always get all that good juju of long, super stupid long lashes, and has like the prettiest curly hair. Um, have you guys listened to the new Jill Scott album? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's like everything to me. It's literally, Jill Scott's new album is pretty much what I feel about life right about now. Like my love life and old relationships and new ones, and it's like the first Jill Scott album that I've ever just have been to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can so relate to that right now. When I first started listening to Jill Scott, it was with my dad in Oklahoma. I was a sophomore in high school, and He Loves Me came out, and I thought I remember my dad singing it in his truck on his way. We were on our way to see my baby cousin be born, and we sat and sang He Loves Me, and I was like, oh, I love this song. Still love that song. Still one of my favorite songs to this day. And after that, I was just pretty much hooked to Miss Scott. I went to see her when I was 8 months pregnant. I felt like I was going to go into labor from such excitement. But other than that, I'm going to start doing the weekly video, the weekly episodes. I did the first one, the How I Feel About Flight Attendant School. I'm going to do one probably on this trip on in Sacramento. And it's going to be on regional versus mainline versus international. So it's going to be on all three fabulous, or then I don't really know much about charter companies or, so I'm not going to include that. But if you're a charter flight attendant or want to be one, let me know so I can hit you up for some info. Because I work for a mainline. I've had friends who work for regionals. I've had friends who went from regionals to a mainline. One of my boos, he worked for regional for 11 years, pretty much from the time he was old enough to fly to whenever we went training together. So that's what is going on next, and feel free to continue sending questions and emails and resumes. Resumes are going to be the third week of August. Resumes are always the third week of the month. I get them back Friday, Saturday at the latest, depending on my work schedule. If I can get it done earlier, try to. If I can, I do apologize. If you are already in the interview process, send me your resume with a copy of your invitation to your interview, and I'll push it up for whenever you need to take it to your interview. So we can make sure you have that all done. When I did my interview, they look at my resume. They asked me to have it. I went and spent tons of money on it, making sure it was all on that fancy paper, and I didn't even need it. They already had it. But they want to make sure you listen and bring it. So do it anyway. Make sure you do listen. Or there may be some updates on your resume since you have applied, since the time you applied, that you want them to know about. So there you'll have like your new fancy resume, your fancy pen, your paper. My nose is peeling, my forehead is peeling, everything is peeling. It's just, I'm kind of like a lightweight mess. Make sure I got all this stuff rubbed in. I lightweight love my braids and I lightweight hate them. It is hot in Phoenix, so the back of my hair, they get looser faster than what I would want them to. So they're sliding. There's like I pulled out 3 because they've been tugging, and I don't want them to tug too hard on my natural hair and pull it out. So I've taken those 3 out. But if they can last another 3 weeks, I'd be happy. Or at least till the beginning of September. So another month. Yeah, another month. It's so hot here in Phoenix. The other day I felt like I was gonna die. I was going to the light rail from my house and I was like breathing hard and heavy. That's how I know I gotta get my weight in order, because I've never done that, and I don't know if it was just from the heat or if it's from my weight. But like I said, if you know anything about Marina making you gain a lot of weight and there's no way of getting it off, please let me know so I can take this mug, have this mug taken out and get something else. The reason why I chose Marina is because I have really bad cycles, and if you have bad cycles and you become a flight attendant, the pressure, or the cabin pressure, will make it act funky. And what I mean is like it'll make your bleeding a lot heavier and stuff like that. So you may want to look into getting some sort of birth control. If you're not into birth control, some type of talk to your gynecologist about getting something that's going to help level out your periods so they won't be so heavy, because you don't. I remember the first one I had on the plane, it was the worst thing ever. It was so embarrassing, and like nothing happened, but I kept having to go to the bathroom because I felt like something bad was gonna happen. Oh, this is my gym too. I'm just loving Anastasia Beverly Hills products right now. You don't know. Especially this cream contour palette. I didn't really get into the power contour palette because it was like my shade. Sometimes I'm red, and sometimes I'm brown, sometimes I'm like but it was just weird. I couldn't really customize it to. It was just weird, especially in the summer. I get really, really red. And it's just crazy how red I get, and like the contour colors would be okay. No, the not the contour colors. The highlight colors would be fine. Because anytime I kind of try to use the same color all year round, only a shade or two lighter than myself. But the contour colors were either my skin tone or too dark or were kind of ashy looking. So I kind of stayed away from that. So I took it back and exchanged it for my artist palette. And then that's how I got into Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, because those are my jam right now. I love them. Uh-oh, I guess I'm gonna peel stuff up. There we go. But we're getting ready to go back into fall flying, so that should be interesting. Especially this will be the first fall with our new system. So if it's going to be like July, I'm not gonna fly. I'm gonna have to start doing makeup again on this side. I just like to be okay. I don't like to be idle. I feel like when I'm idle, there's so much that can be done instead of me being like, I could be doing something else and making money and then, flying still, so. But John will probably not have that, knowing him. He'll probably be like, no. It's funny, it keeps getting lighter, darker, lighter, darker. Cover that up. I'm just messing. But yes, if you remember my rant, a few days later, I think it was literally like the next day, I got Big Red, and I was not playing. I did not want to be without a laptop, but I don't really travel with her because she's huge. Big Red is huge, and it's kind of like, no, Big Red usually does not go with me anywhere. So, and if you wonder why I call her Big Red, my laptop Big Red, is because it's red and black. It's a red and black HP by Beats with the built-in Beat system. It has like this big B on it and everything. Let that cook. And that's why I'm cooking today, because I will be in the back cooking, actually prepping meals and stuff. I have 3 legs today. 3 legs is 3 flights. I go to LAX, then back to Phoenix, then to Dallas, and then Boo is bringing me food. But by the time this goes up, he'll have already brought me food and everything, just so you know. This will probably go up later tonight when I get to Dallas and upload it. So I will not have time for footwork. Oh wow, this video has been longer than I expected. But I'm getting a line, and I'm actually going to try to block a good trip. Oh, and the one thing I loved about having a line this month is my trips when I first got it, like I said, were really bad. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to do these. And it was crazy because I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be able to do these trips, be so tired, I'm gonna struggle and everything. And they were like, well, why don't you just try to switch them? I was like, oh, I'm so junior, I'm not gonna be able to switch them. And when I tell you I was blessed, all 5 flights were switched because they were all red eyes. I was like a red eye from LA or Raleigh Durham, and I was like forever. And so I was blessed. This is bright. Oh Lord. Turned out really bright. There we go. I was blessed. I got rid of everything that on my trips report either in the afternoon or later on in the day, so I don't have to be up stupid early. And then they get back before 6 o'clock, so I don't want to be out just super late. These little $6 things from e.l.f., the blush palettes are amazing. It's 4 of them. They're so pretty and pigmented. But yeah. So that was a total blessing. Get my going on. Oh, too much blood. But that's about it, guys. I am all finished. I'm gonna put on my clothes, finish packing up my bag. Oh, this shit. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. It's Cheeky Bronze Mineralized Skin Conditioner by MAC. Oh, yes, Cheeky Bronze. It just makes me feel like I have like glowing superpowers. If you can tell with the bad lighting, it's still like, as I'm looking, you can see like the glowing to it, but I love it. Probably do a berry lip, but you guys will see pictures later. But thanks for you guys for watching. I love you guys. Like I said, the video for what's the difference between mainline, regional, and all that stuff will be up actually probably later today too. And thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Love you guys. Video for the giveaway will be up this week too. Bye guys.